Any of the people who were watching earlier come back and wonder what was going on with the thing.
The raiders coordinate all their attacks through this dish. If we disable it, we disrupt their activities in the whole region.
I was having difficulty. I'm just using my internet on my cell phone. Hoping that I have enough bandwidth
Should've run!
to play the game and do the broadcast. You know, I never introduced my self on this on these streams because everybody, I figure everybody knows who you are if you come to your stream and you know who you are already. But if you don't, you need the stream and I go by the name of Commander Tyler.
Come on! Now you're mine!
My character's name is Maxine. I can't really pronounce the last name. It's Guevara or something like that. It's the character that Jessica Alba plays in a TV show called Dark Angel. We watch that show, that's where the name comes from. Her and me is just I like the character name ever since then, so that's why I've been using it. I use it here.
I'm under fire!
And on Red Dead.
Stay up!
My gamer's tag
now!
is Starbuck. Mine is I play on PlayStation 4. Mostly. I do have a PlayStation 3. And I do have an Xbox. An S series, the old one. An S. I think it's just an SS. I'm not sure exactly, but it's the one. It's not very fast. Well, I'm not exactly sure. I don't really get into Xboxes. My son borrows it all the time, so that's why I never play it.
Good luck fixing that one.
I forget what my tag name on Xbox is. I don't know. I might when and if he gets a new system, I might start playing.
Nice. Totally ruined.
They shut down the servers for this game anyway, so it probably wouldn't matter anyway. I would probably end up playing them. So it's Xbox One S series, the S1. I think I go by Cyber the Wolf or something like that. I know it's something the Wolf. I'd have to look. I don't have the capabilities to. I don't know if I have the.
All right, we need to overload the generators. Keep them charging up, and we'll be able to blow out the whole system.
I'm under fire!
I don't have a capture card.
Die!
I broadcast completely from the PlayStation. It's capable of broadcasting to YouTube just like it does. I don't know if I'm gonna make if I'm gonna make a career out of it. Right now it's just a hobby. I was doing it because, you know, some people I watch, you know, I didn't think that
We need to repair the generator.
taught people, you know, the fundamentals of the game, and then they decided that they wanted to, and then the company that bought out Tryon decided they wanted to shut down Defiance. So I decided
We need to repair the generator.
I'm going to stream it the last few days until it's gone, and then I don't know what I'm going to stream after that. Might do 76. I don't know that I'm going to do Red Dead. No, I've been playing Red Dead for 6 months.
Raiders on the move. Ice out.
And there's already a ton of people streaming Red Dead over there. So.
We need to repair the generator.
I damn you.
So I may or may not do that one. See, there's not very many people doing Defiance, so that's why I came back to Defiance and started streaming it. Because nobody's really doing Defiance. The company decided that they wanted to shut it down because they're not making money off of it. You know, I bought into the game just like everybody else. I bought the package and everything else.
1,000 rounds.
I mean, I don't buy that monthly thing that everybody else does, or that Paradise Pass. Maybe that would have helped, but you know, I don't make any money off the game either. I don't stream it. My YouTube channel doesn't make any money. My YouTube channel made money, then maybe I would flip and have bought into the pass. I don't even make any money. Where?
We need to repair the generator.
I just repaired the stupid generator.
Cover! Now!
Lock and load.
I damn you. Come on!
Now! Round 2.
Big mistake!
Raiders coming in from the west. We need to repair the generator. It's mine. We need to repair the generator. We need to repair the generator.
I just repaired this stupid thing.
Raiders bringing trouble from the east.
The generator's fine. As I was saying, and then flipping, when Tryon transferred, redesigned this game and put it on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, they ruined a lot of shit. They mothballed a lot of stuff and stuff. And I don't see where they say, well, we recreated it. Well, I don't see what they did. I don't see what they changed. You look at the map, you look at both sides of the coin, the game's exactly like it was. I mean, there's some minus things. Other than that, the layout is completely the same. If they redesigned it, they didn't change anything but the classes and stuff like that for the stuff. So they basically, a lot of people think they ruined the game, and then they didn't stick around to finish it. So they didn't stay, they left. The people that were here are gone. Leaving it in the hands of some retards that don't know what the game's all about it, and they don't want to move it to PlayStation 5, so and so, like I have vented before, you know, they didn't need to shut Defiance 2050 down. They felt like they needed to shut one down, they could have shut down the other one. The one for regular Defiance, I mean. But there's a lot of people that play that game too. See, while we're on that, see, this is the Defiance store, which is supposed to be thingied. See, I have 2,670 bits still. So I can buy stuff. Those are your premium currency. I had it's probably not gonna work because they shut that feature, they shut those features down. Yeah, they shut those features down. See this top one, see that middle thing, that's how you get your extra loadouts. The one on the end, on the right hand side, that's your whatchamacallits, and the other one's your cores. Yeah, the bundles are gone. See, it keeps saying retrieving information, see, at the PlayStation Store. See, it's all been disabled. think don't I have this outfit already? I bought the outfit that I got because I've always wanted it. See this right here, I bought this outfit. I mean, in the original Defiance I already had it. This is the one I just bought. Is that the bottom? Huh. This was one of the reasons why I got rid of the Arafian. She didn't have good legs. I had two I have two characters in here, but I kind of reduced them to a different secondary account and only have one per account. And then the other one I had two, but I got deleted one. But she was the character I started this game out with, and I played the longest time with her. I don't want to do that one again. I definitely don't want to do that one. Could go do that one. That one's just a daily. That one says information warfare. We can go do Serenity again. We didn't get a chance to do it the first time. I don't know, we had somebody watching us earlier, but looks like they didn't come back. No. Well, the internet failure was beyond my control. Right now, I don't know if the internet's back or not.
Time to drive.
I'm running all my internet needs through my cell phone that has a hotspot. So this game doesn't have it has a story mode within the online mode, but it doesn't have, you know, like a separate story mode that if you don't have internet, you can still play like Red Dead 2 does. It has a story mode, so if you don't have online, you can do the story mode.
There's data we need, so let's get it.
So you have all that you can do when you can't get online. This, if you can't get online, you're just SOL. This whole game is online. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know that there was online games until I saw this game. So to me, this is like the pioneer of online gaming.
Shoot down.
Yeah, these are the second worst. These are the mutants. As I was thinking, I'm thinking that I wasn't 100% sure, but I think
Stuff we're looking for?
a combination of the of dark matter and these guys and the Raiders are like the worst. These guys are a little better only because they're not trying to rule the world. They're just out. Their primary thing is for survival and to protect Earth. They're doing what they were designed to do. They're just a little confused. They're just a little confused as to who the bad guys are. That's why they're not as bad. And the 99ers, they're just survival. The Raiders, they'd sell their own mother for a price. And they're helping dark matter take over the world. Even if they don't understand that it means their destruction along with ours. Dark matter, they're trying to do whatever they have to do to take over the world, wipe us out, so that they can have this planet, so they can have this thing for themselves. Which it's our planet. They, as far as we're concerned, they have no right to be here.
Hacking is the only way we're going to access what we need.
So that's kind of my take on the game. Now, things that I would fix if I was going to fix the game. First, I would let people choose whether they want the new crystal system or the old cyber rigs. I would keep all of the original ego powers and incorporate the classes with them. I wouldn't have nerfed the cars like they did. I mean, before you could run over the bad guys and it would kill them.
Looks like mutants
now
from the
you
south.
blow your car to smithereens. And they don't need to nerf the guns and everything else that they did.
Sitting duck.
And I wouldn't have incorporated the storyline. I mean, I would have kept a lot of the storyline the way that to incorporated it, but some of the storyline I would have left separate. Like the thing with Nolan, I would have left that separate, and some of the other side missions, some of the side. In the original Defiance, it was the episode missions versus the season missions, and they added all that together. So the thing with Nolan and Arissa, where you go and attack that and do all that, those missions, I would have left them separate, not incorporated them into the main mission like they did. Because what happens?
Looks like we got what we came for. Grabbing ammo.
I mean, what happens if, you know, some people didn't want to do those? That locked it in where now you had to do those. See, this mission is a side mission. You don't really have to do it. It's not. It doesn't do anything for the story mission. See. So basically, it's like a side mission or a side mission. And there's a bunch of missions that are like that. And I don't think they should have incorporated them in. I think they should have left them separate. Because if you didn't want to, you know, do that part of the mission, then you didn't have to. But now you have to do that thing. You have to go on and take on the idiots at the mine and everything else. And you shouldn't have to if you don't want to. For me, it doesn't add to the story. It's like a side note. But in regular Defiance, it's not like that. It's a what do they call it? An episode mission versus a other mission. And then they didn't add the other missions. And then they added that crazy freaking what do they call that weirdo? I forget what he is. But those missions flipping didn't make any sense. Then add season 2, which is how you find out about your ego unit. How it came, how she once had life. She was an indigene. Almost makes me wonder what she looked like. See, part of the thing that I was thinking, is that you would have is that your ego would be incorporated into part of one of the here. See, the first 2 is the original ones, and then they should have added the other ones or allowed you to pick out of the 4 and then add into the class. And then this crystal system should have been, instead of this, you could have the cyber rigs, maybe easier to understand. I mean, I understand them a little bit. I understand that you get all these crystals. See, wow, those are all polished. That one's a flawless. That one's a polish. But you see the crystal, and then you see polished, and then there's a little percentage right below that. That little percentage is how much power that crystal has. If it's 100, that means it's the highest crystal. If it's not, then it's not. See, flawless is the highest. Polished is the next, I think. And then there's cut and rough or something. But each one of these synergies has a different crystal configuration. See, and There's even crystals that I don't have all the way. Wow. See, I'm only missing 2 there. Most of them are, that one's missing 3, see? See, I'm up to 1,000 and the battery thing is all the way to the top. Let me make sure that I got that for prosperity. Okay, so let's go down to the next one. Okay, there. We'll probably do some more later. Oh, it's the 13th. So we got the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So we got 15 more days. So just 2 weeks left. 14 days. I know I haven't been playing it as much as I have. I've been preoccupied with other stuff, family problems, miscellaneous stuff like that. Let's see, what one do we want to do now? I don't know, it hasn't come up yet. I'm not gonna do mine 99, and I already did that one. So the only one that I haven't done, as far as I know, is I mean not mine 99. I was thinking I did whatchamacallit mine, and I ain't doing that one again.
Hitching a ride.
This is what I meant by nerve. To go find something to run over. Defiance, that wouldn't have done that. The car would have made mincemeat out of it. See, I think they nerfed the weight.
Careful, we got a lot more hellbugs on their way. Never stood a chance. Sample extracted. Sample extracted. Sample successfully harvested. That's the sample we need. Nice work. That's the sample we need. Nice work. We're pretty good at this, huh?
The other thing I don't understand is why would they take over this? They can't do anything with it. Pump goes, goes. It's not like they can do anything with it. I don't even know where this oil is from. See, because you got that one, you got this one, you got all these ones, and most of them are controlled by the 99. That one, this one.
Shield down.
Not to mention, they made a lot of this unbearably hard. No, I think they should have put a thing in the settings where we could adjust how hard we wanted it, in addition to all the other settings. Where it added to it. In the old system, it would add based upon people's ego. See, now everybody's ego doesn't go beyond 50. A combination of your weapons, your shield, and your grenades gives you that power level, which is separate. The little gold number at the end, where mine says 499, that's based upon your weapons. Both weapons, your primary and your secondary, your grenade and your shield makes that up. And you have to level those up or get better ones as you get higher levels and stuff like that. See, that's kind of weird. They should have just had it. They should have left that. They should have left that based upon the old system. I mean, that would have been a lot better, would have been a lot easier.
Galina's smeltery is on the verge of meltdown. To shut the place down, we'll need to hack the computer terminals throughout the compound.
Oh, that's the bulge. I was gonna go do mine 99.
We need to clear this area of hostiles.
I don't think I did mine 99 in a video yet. But if you want to do the mother load, this is the little key thing. See, it says you need 4 people to do it.
Objective located. Let's apply some ultra violence.
And any and any comments that I make during this is my comments and my comments alone. So like I refer to these the 99ers as the board. That's my reference. The game doesn't reference them the tiniest bit. Although they are similar, that's where the similarities end. The 99ers do not charge in alcoves. As a matter of fact, I don't know how they charge. It never shows how they charge. They just work 24/7 around the clock and stuff. And basically, they were once human, and then they started, getting artificial limbs and artificial parts and piece by piece and stuff like that. So they're similar, but they're not. So they're biomechanical.
Target eliminated.
And even though that they say they think that they're 100% robots, they're not. They still have a fleshy side to them. So they still have an organic system. Even stupid head.
He's dead.
There's 3 basic 99ers. There's the regular drones, the gold ones,
Nice
which
work.
are the
No one will be able to use
supervisors,
those.
and then the black lungs, which are the which is the boss.
Target destroyed. This information needs to be destroyed.
Time for round 2.
I'm dying a lot more in this game than I normally do, is because I've been a lot more aggressive in charging forward. Nah, well, there's a lot of things that I would do differently in this game. If I would have brought it over to PlayStation 4, I would have brought the game over to PlayStation 4. Just like it was, and then made a secondary game, changing and tweaking the things, but still leaving, you know, a lot of the old game the way that it was. I mean, it didn't need to be tweaked like they did. I mean, there's a lot of it that could have stayed like it was. So, you know. As I mentioned in the earlier part of the video, things that I would have left this.
That looks like the last of them.
That would have left the same. And then the thing with Nolan and the missions that you do with just Varys, aside from the main missions, you know, that when you have to go and get that stuff for the Tar family, you know, that's all separate in my opinion. But they incorporated it all into the main mission, which I don't think they should have done. Because what happens if you didn't want to do any of that? And then flipping, you have to be a certain level to do some of those missions. No, that's where the see, the 99ers are in charge of that pump over there. I would have had it also where, you know, you go to like gas stations like Last Chance and other places and fill your car up with fuel. I mean, I wouldn't have it, you know, like it runs out like in a racing game where it holds, you know, a little, it lasts a little long, you know, not like it's gonna run out like every 50 minutes, like every 30 minutes. But these I don't know whether I would, because this makes sense that these are like this, but then, you know, a lot of people, you know, like the convenience of just flipping the button and stuff. Well, with the other time and the other time and the other time, we got us like an hour of broadcast time. See what other thing I want to do. I didn't do that before. I still want to do San Quentin, but I don't know if I want to do that one today. We're gonna do the San Quentin whether it's there or not. Let's see if there's anybody doing any of these. Looks like we have 2 people. We need 2 people. But if anybody watching this broadcast and disagrees with anything I do, you can feel free to disagree. I mean, the creators of this game let us all down. Everybody who ever played this game down. They didn't
Clip is empty.
They didn't follow through with their promises.
The monster is dead.
This game, as far as I'm concerned, could have went a lot longer.
That's the sample we need. Nice work.
Could have went a lot longer than it did. I mean, the original one went for 8 years. This one could have went for another 8 years. You know, it certainly
Objective
had.
located. Let's apply some ultra violence.
It certainly had the. What's this one? I did that one, right? I don't know if I'm going to do that conflict site or not. We'll see. See, the processing station basically is the dam. I don't know if I ever included the dam in a video or not. Let's see. This is the replication, all your prototypes. So there we look at the, I'm not sure exactly how this works. I tried to figure it out one day just because. The water passes through a couple of turbines and goes into here, and then I don't know where the water goes after that. But it generates electricity. And it stores much needed water for the valley, apparently. It's a very interesting dam, though. Considering...
named Nolan has an Arathian sidekick.
Considering...
There's something our client would like to discuss with him.
And these echelons, I don't understand them at all. They're looking for Nolan. So those, I'm assuming, are the turbines. And for some reason, they don't even so much as twitch that we're here. When you do some repair work, you got to get up on one of these and do some sort of acrobatic thing to do some repair work on these. Almost makes you wonder how old this dam is. Well, there's a lot of things that I think I would do personally to, you know, change it, tweak it, make it better. Down there's the spillway. Like every once in a while I would let the spillway open and let water out, just to let water out. Just to make it look real. I know on Red Dead, I play Red Dead all the time, and it seems like it's always raining, but you know, nothing ever connects. Lets rain or anything. And the valleys don't get any greener, so I mean, what's the purpose? Although there are some pretty spectacular...
I'm detecting more hellbugs on their way.
Pretty spectacular sights if you take the time to look at the whole map. I mean, even this place has, you know, some really cool areas to go visit.
They never stood a chance.
No, they didn't.
Sample successfully harvested. Sample successfully harvested.
This game could have used some rain,
nice
like
work.
once a week, once every couple of days. Would have been kind of nice.
Sample extracted.
Maybe some better scenery, maybe not.
That's the sample we need. Nice work.
Although I do like a lot of the
That's the
outfits
sample we
that are in
need.
this
Nice
game.
work. We're pretty good at this, huh?
You know, and I liked the cars that we had in Defiance. Some of them are still here, but not all of them. You know, we had a whole bunch of Dodge Challengers. And in Defiance 2050 we have a few.
They have any good parts? I could use an upgrade.
We have a few. Like up here at Crystal Pond, or this up here is supposed to be a secret vendor, and you can buy an orange one here. This is where I bought my very first My very first Dodge Challenger was from this vendor here. After you, ouch. Hope I didn't get that gun. You didn't get that gun, right? You didn't get that gun. Oh, no, I did. Stupid 99ers? I don't understand how they're even here. See, this and the vendors is another thing they ruined. I like the old way the vendors were. This new way is stupid. See, there's nothing, no good guns, no good thingy. It's all the green type ones, which is like second ones. I have a ton of them. See, and no cars. No cars. Although I think it would be kind of cool to drive one of these trucks. These trucks look pretty cool. They look pretty cool. This is a cool pond. You know, would be kind of cool. Other kind of cool thing is if, you know, we could, you know, go in the boats and stuff. You see, we can already swim. Wow. Jeez, I'm going pretty fast. I don't ever remember being able to go this fast before. But see, I would like it where, you know, the water, see, overflows from the pond here. See, and then it goes down here, and where there's like a little bit of water, maybe a little bit more water. But this is basically like an overflow from that pond up there. And then if you follow this down, it goes down into the main reservoir. See, I would like it to where there's actual water in it. I thought that might be kind of neat. Where there was a constant flow, maybe, and where there's a rainstorm every few days, keeping the reservoirs full. I mean. And maybe having it where the reservoir was a little fuller. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. See, I do have a handful. Let's see. Oh yeah, let me check that. But And this is a, let's see. This hot shot is a
3,
daily.
2, 1. Detecting fast-moving organic life forms. Looks like the hellbugs found us.
The hellbugs didn't find us, we found them.
Careful, we got a lot more hellbugs on their way.
As I pointed out in an earlier video, that no matter what rank you are in the game, you will always have this gun.
Careful, we got a lot more hellbugs on their way. I'm detecting more hellbugs on their way.
Sometimes just participating in it is enough. See, it's completed now. See? It's gone. They had that one last week. Don't know if I want to do it again this week. See, a lot of people got bored with the content. That's why they stopped playing this game. They didn't add what they should have added, and then they didn't keep adding like they were gonna add. My understanding, they were supposed to add a bunch of stuff, and they never did. And then the good stuff that was in the game, they mothballed.
Hey, you. Have you seen an Ark hunter named Nolan? As an Arathian sidekick? There's something our client...
And they never added to the Nolan story. You know, the last we heard, you know, he lost track of Melissa, or how you pronounce her name, that Arathian. A lot to the story that they could have added and didn't, or should have. But I've been broadcasting for like an hour, so I'm gonna take a break. Don't know if probably won't be back until tomorrow. But I was on a little while earlier, but having internet difficulties. But I'm gonna have to go off anyway to see if to switch back to my regular internet, because I can't do it right in the middle of the game anyway. So I'm gonna have to shut things down and then re-see if whether the internet went back to normal or not. Anyway, so for all those who see this, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you don't mind the rants. You know, I like Defiance. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of things that they could have done, should have done, didn't do, and then the original thingies bailed, letting that other company buy out the company, and then they never did what they were supposed to do. So they let this game go. It could have stayed on for a lot longer than it is. I don't know. So we'll see you in the next video. Whenever that may be.